Hi, I'm Anna Logan, and thank you for joining me on this first conversation, which is a part of the larger body of work I've been working on for my fellowship for my MBA at UWSP. This is Lori Thedens. She's a massage therapist, and she's been doing it for about 18 years, located here in central Wisconsin. And what you're going to learn in this conversation is basically how she got started and where she's looking at going, and then the mix of incorporating our core values into our lives and business and starting before you even know how. And that's one thing that I love about Lori. She just gets going and just takes the next step. So thank you for joining me. Hey, Lori,
Hi, Anne.
tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Oh, well, I am a mom. I guess that's first thing that comes to my mind because I still have a 10-month-old. My children are very much needing me. I'm a wife. I am a massage therapist, friend, woman.
This project I'm working on is about leadership. And I see you as a leader, and I specifically chose you because of the different experiences you've had and the place that you've played in my life of opening my eyes to just seeing the world differently.
Honored.
So you have how many children?
I have 7 children.
7 children. And you started having your first child in
In 2002.
2002.
Yep.
And you went to massage school while you had a kid.
Yes. Well, I had Christian. He was 2 years old because started massage school in 04, graduated 05. I was pregnant with my second child, going to massage school, and she was born 3 weeks after graduation.
And what drove you to massage school, especially during the time frame that you were in?
Yeah, well, I chose massage school because I had some veterans benefits from my dad for school that expired when I turned 24. And so at that time I was 22 and thinking, well, I don't have much time to quick decide something. I loved natural health care or the natural health world. And so going online back in 2004 to look for something that was approved by a veterans benefits program was tricky. I had the choices between becoming a naturopathic physician, which was going to exceed those benefits that I was entitled to, but also it was going to be about 12 years of education and full-time education. And I didn't like that idea of not being with my kids more, being so young. So the other option was massage therapy or midwifery. And I loved the idea of being a midwife. And going back to, well, I'm a mom, I can't just leave my kids by themselves to go and help another lady give birth. So massage it was. That's why I picked massage.
That's when you first started. How did you see doing massage? Like, how did you see that was going to care for your life and fund your life?
Yeah. Actually, I picked massage thinking that I would either become a midwife or a naturopathic physician in the future after the kids had grown. And massage would probably just be a nice skill to have in those fields. While I was in massage school, part of our education, we had to put together a little portfolio project of what we intended to do with massage. Mine was a prenatal massage therapist. I was pregnant at the time too, so I was just very much thinking that my career path would be helping pregnant ladies in some form. I didn't think I would own a business, maybe not right away, but I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know. I just went to school. That's kind of me though. I fly by the seat of my pants with a lot of things in life, and then I deal with them as they come.
Would you say one of your core values is nurturing?
Yes. I also like plants. Grow a lot of plants and garden.
I think it's really fascinating hearing about that. You internally knew nurturing is your thing, and you found a way to be able to incorporate that into your everyday life and to how you can actually fund your life, which is really amazing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love the way you put that because I didn't probably even know that that was what was going on. When I decided to pick a school as well, I was very aware of the need to provide for my child, right? He was 2 and things in my life were uncertain at that time. And I thought, okay, well, probably don't want to live the life of, a physician. It's a lot of work hours, it's a lot of education. I want to actually hands-on care for my child as much as possible. And I love that I could find a career, a job that would also be something I enjoy doing, which is nurturing and helping people, whether it's pregnant ladies or whatever, now that it's grown into a business.
What was the trajectory from school to where we are now? Like, what was your career process?
I graduated massage school and got ready to nest and have my baby. And I didn't know where I was going to move after that because I was in massage school in Milwaukee and I wasn't from Milwaukee. I wasn't used to the big city living. And my husband at the time wanted to move to Stevens Point. And so we all just packed up our little nest and moved to this new city that I had been in before. And got immersed in the community and found a place to live and found some friends and found some jobs. I didn't find a massage job right away. I was just fresh out of school, so I had to wait for my license. And I was also, nursing my new baby and just postpartum stuff. So it was a couple of months of trying to figure out where I was going to work. I got a job at one of the local spas and started there, and then met some people in my life that offered me to be able to very low cost start, renting a room in a downtown space. Nothing glamorous, just small. And I thought, well, that's a great opportunity. I had also been working part-time at a daycare and the daycare that my kids went to. So I was like, well, this is cool. I can work part-time at this daycare, actually being paid to care for my own child and build a massage practice on the side. And so then I ended the spa job and just kept being mom and slowly on the side, accumulating more massage clients and progression of it.
For taking that first jump and renting this space, was that really scary for you? Or were you just like, yep, this is it. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's going to work? Or tell me about the feelings you had when you made that first jump.
Well, yeah, that was a blessing because I did not know. I had looked at renting spaces, and renting is like a set fee every month, right? So that is very scary. And I didn't actually have that. It was so generous. This person offered to rent the space based on the income that I made. So it was like they just had an extra room that they were like, hey, we're not using this room. If you want to use it, it's empty. It was just the back corner of the office, basically. I paid them 20% of whatever I made. So it was kind of risk-free. Yeah. So there's no credit for me like taking this big leap of, oh, that's a big expense, because it is expensive to get started with your own business. And honestly, if I hadn't had that opportunity presented to me, I don't know if I would have so quickly and easily been able to start a business.
Is there somebody that you saw that you kind of were like, that's a direction that I want to go? Like, it helped you move forward? Or was it the person that opened the space up? Or did you just feel more like, was it more of an internal process at that point?
And honestly, I think because I was working both at this and the daycare, there was a point where I had 50 hours put in that week and my milk supply was going down. I was nursing my daughter and I just missed her. And I thought, oh, this is too much. I don't want to work 50 hours a week. So then I made the decision to take this opportunity to have massage grow on the side and just more focus on being a mom and making money at the daycare. I guess my maternal need to be there for my kids was what drove that.
Regarding growing in your business, was that trial and error, or how did you?
Yeah.
Like, was there anybody that you saw that kind of encouraged you to do that, or you just kind of just went for it? You just followed that gut instinct.
I had a couple clients at the spa that loved what I did, and that encouraged me in my hands-on technical skills bit of it. So I thought, okay, well, I do give an all right massage and these people like what I'm doing. So they'll come and get a massage from me over here. And I think I had 3 client files, back before we had digital files. So in my little box, I don't even think I had a box. I think I just carried it in my purse. I had 3 files. And then over 2 years, I think that had grown to 25 client files. That was it. Very small growth. I'm trying to think if I had any business influence. I feel like just through conversation with people, I'm very observant, and I did gain some insight from that short bit of time at the spa, how my boss was running things, as to think about, well, what would the client experience want to be, kind of thing. Yeah, probably just I'm nosy. I don't have any business experience. My parents weren't entrepreneurs or anything. I didn't even know anybody that did their own business. So I just was nosy and I paid attention. I asked a lot of questions, and some things would work and some things weren't. So yeah, I guess trial and error would be how that unfolded.
So, how many clients do you have today?
Well, I know there's like 1,800, emails that go out for our email blast, but regular wise, like how many people I see, I probably take care of about 800 per year, but that's like individual massages, and there's some that are coming every week. So I don't have a good number for you, but there's a lot more than 25.
Compared to 25 at the beginning. That's insane.
Yes.
Now looking at that, that's a span of 20 years you started from that whole process.
Almost years. 18.
Thinking back to young, pregnant, with 1 kid, going to school, if you would have known at that point that that's what you'd be doing, do you feel like you would have even started the process? Like seeing how to do that would have been scary. I don't know. I know for me, like with my own business, like if I knew what I built now, I would never would have embarked on it because that's too hard.
Right.
But it's just over time that you.
Yeah, I think I just did what I could.
Yeah.
In the moment. And then it just grew. I guess my capacity for all the things just grew.
Now you have trained up several other massage therapists and provided space for other young entrepreneurs. Can you tell us about the process of bringing on your first person that you basically, I would say mentored? Would you call that mentorship?
Yeah, I guess. I think she would also call it that.
More of a mentorship.
Yeah, she probably pointed out the fact that it was a mentorship. I like to help support the right word, like
nurture.
Yeah. I like to nurture growth.
Whether it's
whether it's in a human or whatever life. Like
skills.
I met a person who was struggling with what she wanted to do, in her life career, and she was washing dishes at the daycare that I was working at, and she didn't know what she wanted to do, but she knew she didn't want to wash dishes forever. And in conversation with her, I just saw a lot more potential than she seemed to have for herself. And one day she was rubbing my shoulders randomly as I was just sitting there. I think because she's such a generous person and she thought, oh, she's a massage therapist, she probably needs a massage or something. I don't really remember why, but I remember saying, oh, wow, you have nice natural talent for massage. Like not a lot of massage therapists even have that intuition. And she was inspired by that. And then she came to me later and said, I've been thinking maybe I could be a massage therapist. And I was like, you could. I mean, yes, you could. And so then she looked into schools and went to school. And as soon as she graduated, she was like, could I talk to you? And I said, yeah, of course. If you would like, to just work together and share conversation, or, if you want to just trade massages, or, even if you're looking for a place to work. I mean, I have more time in my space I could share. You could just pop yourself on my schedule and see what happens. She's like, oh, that sounds great. And so then that's how that went. And she started getting bookings, and suddenly we're working together. And she's seen me as her boss, and I'm just seeing this as like just a collaboration of talent where we just take care of people in the same space.
You took care of all the business stuff. You provided a space for her to get to grow
Yeah.
without a whole lot of asking back, which that's really unique to be able to do that.
It was
And
a really cool experience.
so you did that with one. You had a couple other, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
as well.
I'm trying to think too, because there was a school north of us that had they didn't have a building that allowed for clinicals to practice on the public in their school building. So what they did for the clinical portion of the massage education is they would just talk to different local spas and massage businesses and have them go and do they called them internships. So one of the schools sent 3 people just to come to my office and take care of some of the general public at a discounted rate. And then there was 2 other people who had reached out to me individually, just saw my business and emailed and said, hey, do you need people to come work at your place? And again, it was always just met with, well, I do have extra time that I'm not here. If you'd like to fill in those holes, feel free. I'm thinking there's 3. And then there was another person that joined at the time of that other girl that I said earlier. 7. That's 7.
And each of these people are off
8.
doing their own thing.
Oh, I forgot about
8.
So, yeah.
Now they're all off working for spas, and some were inspired to open up their own space.
Mm-hmm.
Was that hard for that parting? Or were you like,
No.
yeah, here you go?
Yeah, I feel like all of that has just kind of fluidly presented itself in the right time for whenever something happened, like we needed to change buildings. Like it just was a natural progression. And it's been fun to maintain this close connection with these people that we worked together for a while, and now they're all on their own. We'll get together sometime for events, and if people want a specific experience at the office, and I'm only one massage therapist, I can't make a couples massage happen, we'll pull them over. And so it's kind of a team, but we're separated still.
Yeah.
That's how it feels to me.
What's next? Do you feel like anything's next? Do you feel like it's good where you're at, or you're a growing person and you're always adding things? So I know there's something there.
I would like to, in 10 years, I have a 10-year goal of wanting to teach massage in some capacity, whether that's partnering with a already existing education program or starting my own. I just would like to help share what I've learned over the last 18 years, and by then 28 years, how to better treat the human body. That is a really fun thought to me. I have some other ideas. I like to explore the whole world of massage, bodywork, and spa. I know it's going to start with me figuring out how I'd like to teach massage, and we'll see the rest.
On top of the business, you have to do continuing education. What has been your favorite thing that you've added to your repertoire over the years?
Gosh, that's a hard question. The most recent ones I've learned, lymphatic drainage and ashiatsu. Lymphatic drainage is a more medical massage technique, but it's very gentle. That has been interesting because for so many years, the thought that I had was to become a better therapist, you just need to learn how to get deeper into the body, right? I honestly thought more medical massage would be a deeper, really getting in there. But the more I learn about the body, the more I realize how healing gentle touch is. To be able to help move your lymph fluid manually, it's a very gentle technique. The last 2 years that I've been applying that to all of the clients that I've been taking care of, I'm feeling the body in a different way than I used to. And that's been really exciting and cool. The ashiatsu is just fun because it's massaging the body with my feet, and it's me being able to get deep without hurting my hands and wrists. So it's helping to give me more longevity in being able to make those deep clients happy. It's just kind of fun because it's like a dance. I've got these bars installed on my ceiling, and I stand on the massage table and I use my feet to apply the pressure, and it feels a lot like I'm dancing sometimes. So that's a lot of fun.
As we move forward, who's somebody that you look up to that inspires you to keep growing yourself in your life?
Oh, well, you are one of them.
Stay outside of me.
My husband, he is always growing himself and challenging things that he's pursuing a big step in his career. And so watching him do really hard things is very inspiring to me. Watching my kids grow and seeing that they have a very sharp eye on me, it really inspires me to keep growing and doing better because I'm an example to them. And I, I need to. I can't fail that. I can't give up. They are watching me. And I want to be, an inspiration to them of how to persevere, keep on keeping on. Also, my clients, they've been relying on me for a long time to be there for them. So, gotta stay sharp.
Thank you for joining me in that conversation with Lori. So, in this larger body of work, I've been exploring the combination of business, art, and leadership. And when I have been going through these conversations, listening again to the style of leadership that each person has and also how they got to where they're at, a lot of times we see people with this full product, right? I personally have had the opportunity to watch Lori grow. I think that there is power in sharing the stories of how we get to where we are so that we can demystify when we see something so huge, like we can help people know that it didn't start that way. It was a single step, like Lori with her 3 clients up to where she's at now. And also, even just in her family, from the 1 child up to 7, and watching how she incorporates her core value of nurturing between the 2. So I hope that you were encouraged by this conversation and you are inspired to go and try something new. Even if you don't know the whole thing, just take that next step. Thanks again for joining me.